Welcome back, guys. Today we're taking a look at one of the most iconic cocktails. This is the Martini. This also happens to be one of the most contested, as pretty much everyone makes it differently. A lot of people like gin, a lot of people like vodka. But you know what? Let's try some whiskey. This is White Owl whiskey, a Canadian whiskey that is filtered to remove color. And I was inspired by something I heard from the Whiskey Vault.
I bet there could be some really amazing cocktails with that.
Absolutely.
I would drink a martini and replace the gin with this.
Yeah, this is silky smooth.
Dude, I would.
Yeah.
You could totally do a straight up martini.
Daniel Rex, that sounds like a fantastic idea. Let's try a martini with some White Owl whiskey. But why stop there? Why not use some other clear spirits? That's right, guys, this is another episode of Booze Breakdown. We're calling this one Martini Madness. So we're going to take a whole bunch of clear spirits, and we're going to make some martinis. But first, let's set a few ground rules. We're going to be using a standard 2-to-1 recipe. We're going to be using Martini Dry Vermouth. We want to keep it consistent, right? We're also going to be using some Angostura orange bitters. All right, let's do it. We're going to start with a Gin Martini because that's my favorite. So, Gin Martini, I'm using Bombay Sapphire. It's my favorite gin. 2 ounces of London Dry Gin. All right, follow that up with 1 ounce of vermouth. So I like the 2-to-1 ratio. A lot of people will do 4-to-1, so like 2 ounces and a half ounce of vermouth. I'm not a fan of the vermouth rinse. A lot of people do the vermouth rinse. There's just not enough taste. You may as well just be drinking straight up gin. So I want to taste some vermouth in there. I want this to be an actual cocktail. All right, 2 dashes of orange bitters. I think that really works well in a martini as well. And that's it. Adding some ice to our mixing glass. We are stirring this because we're not stupid. Sorry, James Bond, but martinis are stirred. All right, good stirring. We're going to chill. We're going to dilute. And I joke. If you want to shake a martini, go for it. I won't stop you. It's weird, though. Okay, so there it is. It's chilled. It's diluted. Set that off to the side. We're serving in a martini glass. I mean, I know it's not the original glass, but it's the most iconic. You can serve in a coupe. You can serve in a Nick and Nora. Go for it. Full disclosure, I didn't actually do the full 2-ounce pour. I did 1.5 ounces and 3/4 ounce of vermouth. I mean, I'm making 6 of these today. Chill out. Okay, for garnish, I'm doing a lemon peel. I like to express it, rub the rim. I feel it really brightens the drink, freshens it, brings out the botanicals. If you absolutely must, serve your olives on the side. Come on, guys. That's going to be another point of contention. Let me know in the comments if you like the olives. I love olives, just not in my martini. And there you go. That is how I drink a gin martini. It's smooth, it's refreshing, it's bright. Let's make the vodka martini. So we got vodka, we got vermouth, we got our bitters. Stir, 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 and serve in a coupe. Lemon peel, of course. There it is, vodka martini. All right, so moving on to our whiskey. As I mentioned, this is a Canadian rye whiskey. It is filtered through charcoal to remove all the color. Obviously, we're losing a little bit of flavor as well, but it works pretty well in a martini. And there it is, Whiskey Martini. So now it's time for our wild cards. So we've got some Bacardi rum, we've got mezcal, and we've got cachaça. Let's see if these are any good. I don't have high hopes for these, but we're going to try them out. Can these make a martini? And here we go. We've got 6 martinis, all made with different spirits. Let's taste them. All right, so I'm going to start with the Gin Martini. It's the one I know. It's on the nose, citrus from the peel. Bit of botanicals come through. Not much of a nose. On the taste, it's so good. It's a classic, right? It's the juniper, it's the pine, the citrus, of course. It's all those botanicals from the gin. Nice, kind of like an acidic note from the vermouth. Very nice. All right, cleanse the palate. Let's move on to the vodka martini. On the nose, I still get the citrus from the peel. Not much else. I mean, it's smooth, but it tastes like diluted vermouth. Honestly, I don't know why people drink these. There's no flavor. Yeah, diluted, watered down vermouth. It's smooth, I'll give it that. If you want a drink that doesn't taste like anything, sure. All right, whiskey. So the nose is not very different from the gin. Mainly the peel, mainly the citrus. Let's give it a taste. On the taste, wow, it's good. I mean, it's surprisingly not that different from the Gin Martini. I would say, obviously, instead of juniper and kind of botanical notes, we're getting kind of wood, mild wood, spicy rye. It tastes like whiskey, but it's very toned down, but still quite enjoyable. I do like that one. Okay, on to the weird ones. Rum. What do we get from a rum martini? So the nose is still, it's kind of like the other ones. It's not very prevalent. On the taste, yeah, it's not far from the vodka martini. There's a bit more going on. I taste the rum, but I mean, still kind of diluted vermouth. It's not great. All right, let's cleanse the palate again. On to the real funky ones. Mezcal and cachaça. Let's grab the mezcal. And all right, and whew. Okay, now that one's got a nose to it. Okay, so these first four had a very mild nose, but this guy, whew, a strong smoke on the palate. It is smoke. It's agave. Does not clash at all with the vermouth. It's actually really enjoyable. I'm really enjoying this one. Yeah, I mean, I love smoky stuff, but wow, that is surprisingly good. I did not expect to enjoy a mezcal martini, but this works. So yeah, it's mezcal forward. Really, that smoke, that agave up front. The vermouth is present. The edge is taken off. It's very smooth. The edge is kind of taken off. Wow, really, really enjoyed that one. On to the last one, the cachaça. Let's just cleanse the palate first. All right, cachaça martini. Will this work? All right. my marker's rubbing off there. All right, so on the nose, it's undeniably cachaça. Look at that, these four first ones had like no nose, and then these last two, the smoke on that one, and then this one here, the grassy notes. Okay. Ooh, nope. Oh, that does not work. Oh God. Yeah, that's bad. That's terrible. Oof. No. Okay, so this one does not work. So right off on the nose, it was very pleasant, very cachaça. It almost like it tricked my brain into thinking I was drinking a caipirinha. And then when I took a sip, there's no lime, there's no sugar, and it completely clashes with the vermouth. Nope, that's just terrible. Yeah, put it down. Gross. Okay, let's give these a rating, shall we? All right, so at number one, I gotta give it to the Gin Martini. You can't beat a classic. The juniper, the pine, the citrus, all the botanicals, it just works so well. Beautiful drink. In second place, I'm gonna give it to the whiskey. That Whiskey Martini was pretty damn good. Very similar to the gin, as I mentioned, but instead of all the botanicals, you're getting kind of the woody rye notes and stuff like that. Number three, I'm giving it to the mezcal. That is the one I did not expect. Smoky, agave, very pleasant and very smooth. All of these were quite smooth, actually, but really enjoyed the mezcal martini. All right, in fourth, I'm going to give it to the rum. It wasn't great, wasn't thrilling, but at least it had some flavor. In fourth place, vodka. It's fairly bland and tasteless, but hey, at least it's palatable. And in last place, the cachaça martini. Good God, never make that. It was disgusting. It's not undrinkable. It's just gross. And there it is, guys. I hope you enjoyed that experiment. I like doing these videos, trying out swapping spirits, trying out classic drinks, but with different spirits and so on. It's a lot of fun. Well, hope if you stuck around to the end, thank you very much. Don't forget to like and subscribe. We'll see you next time, guys. Cheers.